Well, this is the first stop on our trip, so we're stopping and getting some breakfast. Okay, guys, we're at our new location. So basically what we're gonna do here is they have an old park, and the old park used to be the old Fairgrounds here in Plain City. So I kind of came out here because I know I can go over there metal detect without getting permission, but I was hoping to get some permissions to some of this other stuff. So basically all this stuff in here is some of the original stuff. All these buildings here are like 1840s. But two of them are churches. You can see how old this one is here. I mean, some of it's like original up here. I think this one here, because on the map I got, it shows an old school. I think this one here, I mean, it's a church now, but I think this used to be the old school. Almost looks like it's the fire department, but I'm pretty sure it ain't the fire department. So what I wanted to show you, then there's another old house here. Here's what across the street looks like. I thought about going right down the curb strips, but in a town like this, because I used to work out here, it probably wouldn't matter. I mean, you don't have to get permission, but out here, I mean, I don't know if someone would say something or not. And they actually have their own cops. But what I wanted to show you is over here where I parked. There's a house here. I thought about going over here, but there's no one there. It looks like it's some kind of law office. Because where my truck's parked at, that's where the town square was. So, because I've been out here before, it took, it had been years ago. And I remember knowing something about where the water tower was. So basically, this is town square. So you know what I'm saying? They destroyed it. So this was the town square. I think there was another school over where the water tower's at. So I was kind of hoping if I got permission in here that I'd find something, since the town square was right across the street. So more or less, it looks like we'll end up going to that park. But the park is really old. I think the park's been there since like the 1920s, but it used to be the old Fairgrounds. So there's a good chance we can find it. It's a pretty big spot. So hopefully the grass may, because the other thing was it rained last night, so everything's pretty wet. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a good target. Okay, guys, we're at the entrance of the park. So I'm just going to leave the camera on because it's a big park. It's not small. But you can see there's a plaque. So the park's been here. It's called Pastime Park, and it's been here since 1929. But like I said, the park itself used to be the old Fairgrounds, and it's, as far as I know, it's been here at least since 1860s. So it's extremely old. And there's a racetrack, a horse racetrack back here somewhere. Then I guess it's like a walking trail now. And that's probably, I'm going to focus around that because I know that they had like a big race back. I don't know, maybe it's over here where all these trees. I don't think so, because it said something about they turned it into a walking path. But like I said, I've been here before. I'm sure we'll find some coins, but there's a lot of people out here that metal detect. So, and this is like a killer spot. So I can guarantee you people's been here and detected a lot of this. And it's also a campground too. I think there's another entrance on the other side for the people that come back here and go camping. But you can see, I mean, look at all those big trees back there. That's probably what I'll focus on too. I'll probably work my way around all those trees. Then I think over on this side is the other entrance. Because I can't remember. It's been so long ago since I've been here, but I think I did. I think I actually metal detected in this field here too. But you can see how they have all these things where people can pull their campers in and park in here. So this is the other entrance. But it's a huge place. And it's still active. That's why I'm moving the camera around a little bit, because there's people driving through. But I think you come in here and you pay like $5 or something to stay. You're with your camper or something a day or something. It's real cheap. And here, even look at the playground area. But you can tell, I mean, there's a little bit of fill dirt in there, but not that much. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto a good signal. Okay, guys, I'm on to another one. So there's like 538, but there was a 1245 on in there. Now it's coming in at 1146. But it was banging at 1245 before I turned the camera on. I mean, still to me, it seems like it's a coin. I'm just, like I said, I'm hoping to find some old ones, because I don't, as big as this place is, there's old coins there. I don't give a shit if a million people metal detect. It's too big. That's why I go around the outside, because I figure most people won't do it. Not saying people will eventually, but if you go to the outside, plus you might, there's probably not as many signals, but I think your odds are higher, especially if it's been pounded. There we go. But like I said, this town's 1818, but this town was actually here like in the 1700s, like 1790. And I think it's Jonathan Alder is the one that founded the town. And the reason he did, he was actually captured by Indians when he was a kid, like 6 or 7 years old, and he actually lived here with the Indians. So that's why he made the town here. And I know he had a lot to do with the Revolutionary War, because I know him and Lucas Sullivan basically came here together. So I don't know how much land. But if you go on the old maps, there's a lot of stuff out here too that has Lucas Sullivan's name on it. So we just got a regular quarter. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to another one. Okay guys, I'm on to another one. I don't know how far we went. We went a ways though, but like I said, I've dug a lot of stuff, but it's just been trash at first. I think I got about 3 or 4 coins now. And I'm not like gridding or nothing. All I'm doing is walking a line around the whole place is what I'm doing. On the outside, I mean, we're like, there's like heavy weeds like right here, and there's some trees. So we're basically at the end of the fairground property. But as far as I know, there we go, we got us a coin. Oh, it looks like a good one maybe. Nah, shit, I thought it was a fatty. It's got to be a fatty. Huh. It's weird. Well, I seen how it looked fatter to me or something. Maybe my eyes playing tricks on me, but we actually have our first wheat penny. But it's a 50, looks like a 55. So I'll probably work this since I found this, because this is the oldest coin I found. I'll work this a little bit, hoping to come across the silver. Then after I'm done, we'll move on. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to another one. Okay guys, I'm on to another one. Kind of getting over here where there's people, because like I said, there's a lot of campers here. I don't know if people are living back here and campers, but there you can tell some of them are travelers, because some of them are huge campers. Well, I don't know if I was showing you guys those trees. Well, most of those trees that are in here are over 200 years old. I don't know. Oh, what the hell that? I seen that fall out when I got in there. I'm sure that was it, because it looked like it was long. I thought I was digging. I thought I was going to find a spill. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on something else. Okay guys, I'm back over here in the corner. So we're probably like 75% around it. And I got a good signal over here. Well, I pulled this out. Honestly, what I thought it was at first, I thought it was one of those time capsules. People actually put little notes in these things that look just like, it's like little tubes, and they bury them in the ground. But this here is obviously a lipstick thing. I don't know how old it is or anything. Oh, you can still see the lipstick. I'm sure it's kind of old. I mean, it's not modern, but it's pretty cool. But that's what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those little time capsules, and I went like that and unscrewed. I thought there was gonna be a little note or something in there. But I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on something else. Okay, guys, I'm probably like 5 foot from that last signal. Now look at this. I got another one. Ain't that weird? I have no idea unless someone just threw a bunch of lipstick out here. You know what I mean? Like someone dumped it out here, but this is the second thing of lipstick I found. I think I'm gonna grid this because I think this has to be like, I mean, it's got to be older. It can't be modern. I mean, I wouldn't think so. It says Revlon on it. It'd be nice if it had some kind of date, but I don't have a date on it. I just think it's weird that I found 2 of them like that. But that's the second one. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get onto another signal. Okay, guys, I'm on to another one. One of them's coming in at 1237. That's why I'm digging it, because there's like a ton of signals. I mean, actually, I started with fresh batteries, and my batteries are getting ready to run down my metal detector because of all the signals I've been getting. That's why I said this would be a fun place just to come and just metal detect, you know, where you're just digging everything. It looks like a pop cap or something. Yeah, it looks like Mountain Dew. So what I'm doing now is I found them those 2 lipstick cases over on this side. So there's like 2 big trees here, and I'm gridding in between these trees is what I'm doing. And we're kind of over where it looks like there's some hookups over here for some camping, but there's no campers on this side. But we're at the other gate, and I don't know which one, because I have a map that shows the fairgrounds, then I have another map and it's off the map. So I don't know which way they would have came in. I mean, this road, you know, you're talking about in the 1800s, this road wouldn't have, I don't even think this road would have been here. I think the entrance we came in would have been the main entrance, but I'm not for sure. And these things over here, it's got these like rock gate like things, but that don't mean they're old. I mean, I see them all over the place. So we're just on a grid lines. Because right now I'm just hoping to pull a silver or something old, an Indian or something be good. Because like I said, this place is too, I know there's been people here metal detecting, but this place is just too big. I mean, the only thing that hurts you is fill dirt. So this one here is coming in at 1237, then it jumped to 1337. But it's repeatable, so we're gonna dig it. But some of these fairgrounds you go to, man, this one here's got a lot of signals, but they're not all good signals. I've been places where it's just like signals everywhere, good ones, but it's just coins. You know, it's just because you're picking up the coins, and most of them are just clad. So this is another, actually it's almost, is it a Mountain Dew? Nah, it's a Sprite. I mean, I don't know, that was down in there a little bit, but like I said, when I walked around, I was just walking a line. I wasn't like gridding. I stopped at that section where I found the wheat penny, and I found one more penny, and that was it. And that's how I do anything. If I'm metal detecting and I come on to something old, then I'll stick to that area until I can't find anything else. But I've been here before. I really don't know. I never found anything really old. So I don't know where to, and it's huge. This place is huge. So I don't know. Actually, where we're gridding right now is a spot where I thought there would be some stuff, because it's at the other gate and there's not as much stuff over here right now. And like I said, all these trees are like 200 years old. Even in the back where I found that wheat penny, there's a whole pasture out there full of these trees. But I don't have any idea. I just know there used to be, I'm thinking they had like the little brown jug or something in here, the first one, back in the 1800s. I'm not positive though. I remember reading something like that. But there used to be a horse track in here, and they said that path was the old, where the old track was, but I don't know. I can't tell. Like I said, it's all old because, like I said, all these trees are in here. But it's kind of hard to pick a certain spot. So that basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grid this up to that other tree. Then there's another corner over here behind these houses I'm gonna do in there. I'm not for sure how old the houses are. There's like a old house behind this gas station that looks kind of old. But like I said, the whole town's old. Just seems like there's a lot of traffic coming in here today. I mean, hell, we're at the end of... Let's see what it is. I don't have high hopes for it, because I've been finding, before I was finding like a wire. There was like some kind of copper wire in the ground. So that's not a good signal, but maybe it's a piece of gold. I was even like find a horse. Nah, looks like a... That looks like a part of a can. Well, I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get on to something else. Okay, guys, we're gonna call it a day. So if we didn't get rained out, I mean, we were there for about 4 or 5 hours, but I didn't find any really good stuff. Basically, I dug a lot of trash. I dug some coins. I mean, this is the only old coin we found. I think it's it's a 55. So it's a 1955 wheat penny. And like I said, I went and gridded this whole area where I found out I didn't find any more else. But it was a huge park. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff there. It's just a giant park. I found this old, I think this is from a horse. I think it's some kind of horse tack. I mean, it's old. But I'm pretty sure it's for something to do with the horses. Plus, we're at the racetrack, you know what I mean? And I have no idea about this. I mean, I found that lipstick compact a while back, but I've never, it's just weird that I found them like right there. And it's not like, at first I thought it might have been trash or something, but this is used. I mean, someone was using it. So I don't have any idea why they were there or how old they are. If anybody knows how old they are, let me know in the comment section. But this one here I thought was one of those time capsules, because I've found these before, but this is actually metal. Some of them that you pick up the cap, and this part's like a heavy duty plastic, and you open them up and there's like notes inside there. Usually if I find them, I read them, then I put them back and stick them back in the ground or wherever I find them. I've actually found them on gravestones. So basically that's where we're at. So I keep talking about that Jonathan Alder because we're in Plain City. So, you know, basically he was actually taken by Indians. I'll try to put the whole story in the video description, so you guys, if you're interested, you can go read it. But this is the graveyard that he's buried at, and it's called the Foster Chapel. And I don't know why it's called that, because I really didn't do any research. I just know you go by this on the way into Plain City, and I knew he was buried here. But I don't know if there used to be an old chapel in here or not. I mean, you can see how pulling in here, but so I don't know. I really don't know. And like I said, this part of town is hard to find on these maps because there's no reference point. And so basically this is the stone, but obviously this stone here is new. I mean, it's not new, but they put it here. So I mean, even on here, so he was returned. So he was taken like when he was 6 or 7 years old, and then the Indians returned him to his mom like in 1805. So what does it say on there? So he was taken in 1781 and he was returned in 1805. And I guess I think one of his brothers and a couple other kids were taking, like 5 other kids, and they literally scalped them and killed the other kids. They said the only reason the chief didn't kill Jonathan was because he looked like his kid that had died. So they basically took him in like his family. I think he even fought like in a battle with the Indians. Then somehow, I'm sure he was involved in with Lucas Sullivan. So he was in the war. And I don't know if they were giving it, but this is actually where he was at. So out here in Plain City is where the Indians kept him. This is where he lived. So I don't know if that's the reason he came back here. I mean, I'll like I said, I'll put as much about the story in the video description and some links. Maybe you can look up, because I don't know if he came here and killed the Indians that killed his brother or any. I don't know the whole story. I know there's a school here. I was thinking about going over there today, but I got to go to work tomorrow, so I'm just calling it a day. I thought about going over there because there's a school that's new, but there used to be a real old school, and it's called Jonathan Alder. But you can tell this graveyard. So there's a graveyard when you come into Plain City, and it looks pretty old, but I think this is the original. And we're a ways out of Plain City. I mean, you know, we're like almost at 70. But all these graves in here are really old. There's some newer ones in here. And like I said, I used to work out here a long time ago, probably like 19 years ago. And I knew this graveyard was here, but I don't think it was ever like not taken care of, you know what I mean? That's probably why everything looks pretty good. Then here's some, like, you know, because I'm sure there's relatives here, but some of them got new, but there are some newer graves in here. But it's definitely pretty well taken care of compared to some of the other things I see. And the graveyard in Plain City is well taken care of too. I mean, you can look and tell the way the stones are because they're white, but I mean, it's well taken care of there. And I'm sure this, I mean, they might have let it go for a while, because I mean, you can kind of see a little stuff growing on that. But as far as I know, I've always remembered it being here, and that's how I knew where to come. I didn't have to look it up or anything, I just knew. And it's a pretty good size graveyard, but I don't know if there used to be a chapel in here and it's just not here anymore or anything like that. I mean, that's a newer flower. But there are some newer graves up here front. It looks like they're starting another section over beside it. So I'm sure they'll be burying more people in here. But I stopped in here on the way out and check it out. See, like that one there's from 2003. But like I said, I mean, this guy is basically the guy that founded this part of the town here in Plain City. So I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of ancestors still alive. But you know, it's like, just like that thing, it's kind of cool that he's actually buried right beside that tree like that. So I just assumed that the stone was there and they moved it and then put that there. But it's kind of weird that that tree's like right there, you know what I mean? And you can tell that tree there is over 200 years old. That's got to be a 200-year-old tree. But here, let's see what it said again. But you can tell, I mean, look how good these stones look. I mean, there's some of them, but that's probably just weather damage. But I mean, look at them over here. I mean, unless they just made them out of better stone or something. So he was buried here in 1849. And like I said, that tree's got to be at least 200 years old. There's Ruth Ann. Man, it's kind of weird because they're all at least in their 60s. I mean, there's one there that's only 29, but I mean, that one over there was like, he was 88 years old. But they definitely, I mean, this, like I said, this place has definitely been taken care of. So maybe that, but that chapel wasn't there when I used to work out here, because I know it wasn't there. I tried to walk around to see if there was something in here that would actually tell me that there was a chapel. I mean, they got this thing over here where this flag is, but I don't, you know, I mean, most of the time when I come into a place, I look at the ground where there could actually be something. You know what I mean? And I just don't see anywhere where there could have been a chapel, unless the chapel was on the other side where they're putting those new graves. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I got a lot of stuff coming up. Most of it's just a matter of getting permissions. I've been having a hard time getting these permissions, and I've tracked down some pretty cool places. I just ain't got the permissions yet, or I don't even know for sure if I'm gonna get the permissions. So I'll probably, you know, go out hunting some more through the week, because I got a bunch of places. It's just I don't want to get overwhelmed with, you know, permissions, you know what I mean? So I just need one, then I work on the next one. But the one that I went to Friday, I was hoping to get, I didn't get. They were supposed to let me know by Tuesday. Then I found another place, and I went by there this morning, but I'm not for sure either if he's gonna let me metal tech, because he's more worried about people digging up the ground at the old church. So that's how I ended up at the park. So basically I actually came through here Friday on my way back from the place I was trying to get a permission from. And then I just decided I'd come out here, and if I couldn't do the one place, I'd go to the park, and that's what I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.
One evening as the sun went down, the jungle fires were burning. Down the track came a hobo hummer. He said, "Boys, I'm not returning. Headed for a land that's far away, beside the crystal fountain. I'll see you all this coming fall at the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, there's a land that's fair and bright, where the handouts grow on bushes and you sleep out every night, where the boxcars all are empty and the sun shines every day. Oh, the birds, the bees, and the cigarette trees, the whiskey springs and the bluebird sings in the Big Rock Candy Mountain. In the Big Rock Candy Mountain, all the cops have wooden legs, and the bulldogs all have rubber teeth, and the hens lay soft-boiled eggs, and the farmers' trees are full of fruit, and the barns are full of hay. I'm bound to go where there ain't no snow, where the sleet don't fall and the wind don't blow, in the Big Rock Candy Mountain.